Here is how I cornrowed for this particular hairstyle. The first thing I did was just to section out this middle part or the center part of her hair using a tail comb to do so. For this cornrow, I'm not starting from the beginning of her head because I do not want to like cornrow her edges in front. I want to actually lay her edges in front. So the cornrow in front, or the first cornrow, is like a brush. That's what we actually call it here in Nigeria. Like when you start cornrowing from the inside, not the edges, we call it brush. So it's like a brush, meaning that I'm not starting right from her edges. I'm actually taking my hands inward to cornrow. So yeah, because I want to use like a gel on that particular part in front. Go ahead to do the same on the other side, starting from like the inside, not the edges. So I will cornrow it down just to her ears. And as I'm cornrowing, I'm adding little extensions or attachment just so that the hair will be able to withstand the pressure of needle and thread. After cornrowing the two sides first cornrow, so I just went ahead to bring out or section out the little portion of her hair in the middle, taking just little from both sides and then braid it separately before I continue cornrowing the other part of her head. While cornrowing, I'm connecting the tips of the hair to each other so that they won't be bulky. We'll continue using the same method, just hiding the tip of the previous to the next until there are no more hairs for me to cornrow. Then for the last cornrow, we just add up the tip of both sides, that's the left and the right cornrow, to the last cornrow and just braid it down. If you do want a more detailed tutorial on how to cornrow, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below so that you can easily go check it out. It's beginners friendly. Then to hide the last tip, I'm just using needle and thread to do so. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Hope you are doing good and great as well. If you are new here, just go ahead and click the subscribe button to join the family, and do not forget to also give this video a big thumbs up, share this video to friends and family, and also leave a comment. You guys just give this video a big thumbs up because it's very encouraging. It motivates us better to film more videos for you guys. So today's video is a very detailed tutorial on how to sew in a different kind of center parting hairstyle without using either a closure or a frontal. Please stay tuned to watch the video from beginning to the end so that you don't get to miss any single step, okay? Here's the hair I'm using for today's tutorial, and I'm using just 2 packs. You can get about 1 bundle in a pack. It's a synthetic hair, so I'm using 2 bundles or 2 packs of this hair. This is what the cornrow should look like after cornrowing, and also remember that I did section out just little portion in front, that's in between the left and the right side. That's the center parting I actually created before, so I took just little portions very close to the center part and then I braided it to secure it. Starting up the sewing, I'm starting from the very back of her head, which is the normal usual way to start sewing. This is so that she can be able to feel very comfortable while flipping it up or while packing it in kind of a ponytail. Okay, now I'm trying as much as possible to secure the very beginning, the very first weft. I'm sewing in, I'm stitching in more than once so that it can secure better. I'm starting with single weft at the back so that the hair will be enough, and also the hair all came in same length, so I'm not actually putting a particular length before the other, so I'm just sewing it in a particular order. Since sewing the weft at the back do not have like a guideline, you have to be very careful while doing so. When you are sewing the very back after the cornrow, underneath the cornrow, you have to be very careful, like extremely careful, so that you don't get to injure your clients. I'm sewing the weft from left to right and from right to left, depending on how you are seeing it. If you are interested in learning how to sew in, or if you are new to hairstyling, I would advise you to watch the previous videos here on this YouTube or on my channel. And I'm also going to leave the links of sew-in tutorial videos in the description box below, especially for beginners. It's actually beginners friendly, so that you can easily go and check it out. The links will be in the description box below. From those videos, you'll be able to learn how to put thread to a needle, how to flip the hair or do the turnover method, the different types of wefts, that's weave-on wefts you can possibly come across, and how to sew them in. The links will be in the description box below, so please go and check it out. And as I'm sewing, I'm not cutting the weft, I'm doing the turnover method. When I get to a particular end or the particular end of the line, I just flip it to the next line and continue to sew in. And if you are finding it difficult to do the turnover method, I do have a very detailed tutorial on how to do so. Like I said before, I'm going to leave the link in the description box below so that you can easily go and check it out. As I'm sewing in, I'm minding the fact that this hairstyle is a middle part or the center part, meaning that I have to make sure that all the quantity of hair I put to the left, I have to also do the same to the right. They need to be equivalent to each other. And this also means that any quantity of hair I sew to the left, I will have to also sew it straight down to the right, so that the both sides will be equal. Okay, after sewing in the first 3 lines, to start sewing in the 4th line for any center parting hairstyle or this particular hairstyle, you will have to take the 3rd line further to the first cornrow in front of our head and then flip it over from there to make it the 4th line, and then you continue sewing in. And as I'm sewing in, since it's a center parting, I'm sewing the hair in a U shape, and always have it at the back of your mind that whenever you are sewing in a center parting, what you do to the left, you will have to do it to the right side, like I said before. So in this case, the turnover method is very easy since it's a synthetic hair and it's single weft for this weave on. And always remember that after doing the turnover method, you will have to be sure that the weft or in front, especially in front, is laid down very flat before you continue sewing in. However, to really do the turnover method, you just stitch all through that particular line. On reaching to the end of that particular line, you take it a little bit further to where you want to start sewing in. That's the next line you actually want to start sewing in, and flip it over to the direction where you want it to be. That's the next line, and then you continue from there. We just continue sewing in and doing the turnover method until I get to the front. We'll allow you guys to see for yourself so that you get a better understanding on what I'm actually doing. I'm at the front, I'm about to finish up the sew in. I'm just taking the end of that particular weave I'm actually sewing in, further to double the weave, because the closing or the parting side do not need to be scanty, it needs to be a little bit full. Placing the weave or the weft so that I can continue sewing in. Since the weft is doubled now, I have to secure it more than once. That's I have to stitch it more than once to secure it better. Then continue from there, just continue sewing in. I'm sewing the double weft, I'm still doing the turnover method. When I get to the particular line, we just flip it over and continue to sew in. Okay, now that the weaves are getting pretty close to each other, so to get the closing right, so I'm actually sewing in the weaves very close to where the startup point of all the cornrows are, so that the weaves will get pretty close to each other. So doing so will bring the weaves, that's the two sides weave, very close to each other before I do the last stitching. For the very last weft, I'm just using a bonding glue. The reason is because I do not want my clients to feel so much pain, so I'm using a bonding glue. After applying the glue to the weft, I'm just placing the hair just where I want it to be, and then use a gel spray to actually help it secure better. Then cut off the excess weave with scissors, and yeah, this is what the closing should look like for this particular hairstyle. Using a small comb to comb the hair first before loosening the middle part of the hair that I left initially. I'm now using a tail comb to straighten the center pattern or line, then comb the hair to the weave so that it will blend together. Okay, now I'm going in with a gel and a small brush to kind of smoothen the front part, that's her edges, adding little design or stylishly doing the baby hairs in kind of a way that it will fit her with the brush. To further smoothing or blend her natural hair to the weave, I'm using a hand dryer on a medium heat, not too hot, not too cold, because it's a synthetic hair, so I do not need it to be too hot so that it doesn't melt the hair. I'm also using it with a small comb to further straightening her own hair and also blend it to the weave. Comb the hair afterwards. So yeah, here's the final look. Hope you're able to learn something from this video and hope it's helpful. Please do not forget to share this video to friends and family. Subscribe if you haven't. If you are new here, just go ahead and click the subscribe button to join the family, and give this video a big thumbs up because it actually encourages us to film more videos for you guys. Also, do leave a topic of video or tutorial you would like to see up next on this channel in the comment section below. Stay blessed. We'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.